Good evening and welcome back to Mo's channel. Today is March the 17th, 2019. In the last video I spoke about New Zealand and the 49 people that were killed and prejudice. And in speaking about prejudice, I spoke about how it impacts us and how it influences our perspective in life and our actions. Now, where does it come from? Where does a man develop feelings of superiority over a woman? Where does a tall man feel he's better than a short man or average height man? Where does a rich man feel that he's better than a poor man? Where does a white man feel he's better than a black man? If you take 30 children, 5 Indian, 5 Arab, 5 black, 5 Latino, 5 Asian, and you put them in a room. And you could conduct this study with varying age ranges. You could take a group of toddlers still crawling around. You could take a group of kids that are between 2 and 4, just started walking, started talking. You could take a group of kids between 4 and 6 or even 7 and put them in a room alone with no adult supervision. What you will not see is you will not see the white kids congregating together. You won't see the Indian kids congregating together. You won't see the black kids isolating themselves. You'll see a white little kid crawling around to a little black kid, and they just start playing with each other. If it's an older group, you'll see a Latino kid walk over to the Asian kid, and they start playing with each other. You'll see the little boy go to the little girl, and it's all good. Until the age of about 7 or 8 years old, a human being cannot identify dark-skinned black, light-skinned black, tall, short, white, black, Muslim, Christian, until the age of 8 years old. Look it up. Developmental psychology. Look it up. They have conducted these studies. I am not making it up. So we learn. We learn to look down on others. We learn to elevate ourselves. We learn to conform. These are not things that are native to us. These are things that are taught to us. But from where do we learn these things? The media. The media is the most powerful propaganda and conditioning tool ever invented. Ever. television, radio, music, movies, and now the internet, specifically social media. The vast majority of Americans have no fucking idea why they do what they do. When I was a kid, I started drinking alcohol when I was about 12, 13 years old. But younger than that, the concept of drinking a beer, then I'm a man. Then I'm a man. I hardly drink beer anymore because I don't like the taste of it. If I drink beer, I'll drink a Guinness. Let me change that again. I don't drink beer because it don't have a fucking taste. It tastes like water to me. So if I drink beer, I'll drink Guinness because it has a taste. I feel like I'm drinking something. The vast majority of men drink beer because that's what the media tells them to do. The vast majority of women want a tall man because that's what the media tells them to desire. The vast majority of black men want a woman with a big old booty. And light-skinned because that's what the media tells them to desire. The vast majority of white men want a woman pale-skinned, blonde hair, blue eyes, big titties, no ass, no hips. Now, that's the media influencing your thinking and your acting. Once upon a time, you could follow the media and be programmed and conditioned, and I choose not to. You live your life, I live my life, no problem. Things have changed. We have now become a society of conformists. And if I choose not to conform to what the rest of society aligns to, I become a problem. If all black people are out there acting like fools, wasting their time, doing nothing with their lives, and I choose to do something with my life, then I'm not being black. If all teenage girls or college-age girls are hooking up and fucking this guy and fucking this guy and fucking this guy, and there's this one college girl that decides, oh, you know what, I'm going to stay pure. I'm not going to spread my legs for anyone. She's a problem. We have become a society that essentially strives to force everyone to conformity. The herd mentality. The herd mentality is now being enforced on the entire society, whether you like it or not. That's a problem. So, when you talk about the media and programming and conditioning, some of you might say, well, that's just some bullshit you're saying. Okay. Let me give you an example of how the media can completely change the perspective of an entire nation. Go back to 1970. homosexuality was classified as a mental condition that could be treated with therapy per the American Psychiatric Association in their Diagnostic Services Manual, DSM. Now, move up to 1980. It has been declassified as a mental condition. However, the majority of Americans do not support it. Furthermore, the majority of Americans are of the belief that marriage is and should be the union between a man and a woman. Move up to 1990. You have the Defense of Marriage Act. Don't ask, don't tell. Public opinion polls still show the vast majority of Americans are against homosexuality and against homosexual marriage. However, in 20 years, you've gone from a mental condition to no longer a mental condition. Now, at this time, the majority of activity is taking place behind the scenes. We start to move into the 2000s. Now you have homosexual couples on television. Now you have movies that feature homosexuals, not as some deviant individuals, but as commonplace, commonly accepted. It's around this time that I believe homosexual marriage was shot down in California. Still, the majority of Americans are opposed to it. Move further to 2008. Now there's a lot more exposure of the homosexual lifestyle through the media. Barack Obama says, I would not support homosexual marriage. All the candidates say, I would not support it. The Republicans are strongly against it. The churches are strongly against it. Move to 2012. Even more media that is supportive of that lifestyle. Defense of Marriage Act, shot down. Don't ask, don't tell, shot down. Homosexual marriage, passed by the Supreme Court. If you go back and you analyze the media between 2000 and 2014, you will observe a continued increase in the exposure of homosexuality. The media convinced Americans that homosexuals are just like you and me. But they only highlighted the positive. They did not highlight the reality that these homosexuals are full of diseases. Their lifestyle is deplorable. A lot of them want to molest little boys. And the majority of them became that way because they were molested as little boys. And nobody is born a homosexual. They didn't tell you that. They only told you what they wanted you to see, such that you could buy on to their objective. Prior to September 11th, 2001, If you went to the average American and you asked them, what do you think about Muslims? Most Americans would say, I don't know shit about Muslims. I don't have an opinion of them. If you went to the average American and asked them, what do you think about Arabs? They might say, well, I know those motherfuckers in Saudi Arabia, they got a lot of oil and they got a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. Certain cities, they might say, oh, those are motherfuckers that own the corner stores in the hood. That's it. If you ask them, what do you think about terrorism? Well, that's some shit that happens over there. You know, some motherfuckers get mad at other motherfuckers and blow shit up, you know, blah, 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 blah. That was the mentality of Americans. All Americans. White Americans. Skinhead Americans. Aryan Nation Americans. Neo-Nazi Americans. They didn't give a fuck about no Arabs. They didn't give a fuck about no Muslims. For what? September 11th, 2001. World Trade Center. Whew. Bam. Pentagon. Whew. Philadelphia. I ain't never seen a plane that hits the ground and vanishes, but that shit happened. Amazing. Now, we're told 19 Arab nationals hijacked planes and flew them into these buildings. And these got to be the dumbest, I mean, dumbest fucking terrorists I've ever seen in my life. If I'm gonna do some terrorism shit, I'm not gonna leave my fucking ID all over the place. I'm not gonna go around using a credit card. I'm not gonna go where there's cameras so they can see me. If these 19 Arabs committed that atrocity, they're the dumbest fucking terrorists on the planet. Arabs do this. Saudi Arabians do this. We go fuck up Afghanistan. And we go fuck up Iraq. I'm confused, man. If Saudi Arabians did this, why don't we go fuck up Saudi Arabia? Oh, I forgot. We got an arrangement. But after 9/11, we get new terms. Fundamentalist Islams, Islamic terrorism. We demonized America. Demonized an entire fucking religion. They said 19 Arabs from Saudi Arabia did this. They did not say 19 Muslims. They said 19 Arabs. If anything, we should have demonized Arabs. But we demonized a whole fucking religion. Post 9/11, TV shows, these evil Arab terrorists, they're coming to get you. You better get the Department of Homeland Security and build a big motherfucking wall around the country. And since it could drop in from the sky, build a wall above the country. movies, music, cartoons, everything, every angle. Evil Muslims, evil Arabs, evil this, evil that. Even the little 5-year-old kid that is a goddamn fucking refugee because her mommy and daddy got killed by a U.S. bomb. Even she's a potential terrorist. We can't let her into the country. She might, I don't know, she might walk into Toys R Us and get a water gun and go put some acid in it and go start shooting people. Fucking evil 5-year-old Arab Muslim terrorist girl. In the span of less than 5 years, in the span of less than 5 fucking years, people, Americans with good hearts, with good intentions, with good minds, who had never looked at an Arab as an evil person, who had never looked at a Muslim as anything more than someone that worships different than me, within 5 fucking years, America hated Islam. America hated Arabs or anyone that resembled an Arab. A lot of fucking Indians were caught up in this shit. A lot of fucking Indians. So, when they sit here and they're shocked, 49 Muslims got killed. What you're feeding white men is that you're going to be extinct. These Latinos are coming here having 50 babies per family. They're soon going to be the majority because they're trying to take their shit back. You know, California, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas. That was all their shit. So they just come in here having babies so they could take their shit back. That's what these fucking Mexicans are doing. These Arabs, evil fucking terrorists, they're gonna blow shit up. They come in, they hate the West, they're gonna destroy the West. The media, by not reporting the truth, by not saying, yes, you have some Muslims, yes, you have some Arabs who have a fucked up mentality. But there's about 2 billion motherfucking Muslims on this planet. Might be probably about 1.5 billion. There's 1.5 billion Muslims on this planet. There's white Muslims. There's Latino Muslims. There's Asian Muslims. There's black Muslims. Are all of them going around blowing shit up? Are all of them yelling, jihad, 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 jihad? The media didn't tell you that. It was shock, 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 shock. You, CNN, you, MSNBC, you, Fox, you, NBC, ABC, CBS, all of you motherfuckers are responsible for what happened in New Zealand. Don't blame anyone else. Yes, Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Wolfowitz, Pearl, all them dumb shit motherfuckers. Yes, they had an agenda. Yes, they were demonizing the Muslims. Yes, they were demonizing Arabs. And listen, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not Arab. I just speak the fucking truth. It was your responsibility as journalists to step up and say, This shit ain't right. But where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you? However, moonshine, motherfucker. However, everything in this world happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Some of you are fortunate to have lived your nice little lives, born and raised in the suburbs, went to high school, grade school, college, married your sweetheart, had a few little babies, grew old, died. Nice little life. No deviations, no aberrations, no excitement, but safe. I spent 3 years as a Marine, U.S. Marine, Force Recon. I've killed many people for this country. I have killed many people. And you know what? I'd do it again. I have no remorse. If you're my enemy and you got a gun and you're coming at me like you're gonna shoot me, you're gonna kill me, motherfucker, I will kill you first. Fuck you. It's my life or your life. Fuck you. You go home in a body bag, I go home alive. But as a Marine, as Special Forces, I've been to places and I've seen things and I've done things that you will never, ever hear about. And that I will never talk to you about. And if you go ask the Pentagon, if you go ask the Marine Corps, if you go ask the CIA, the DEA, FBI, I've worked with all these motherfuckers as a Marine. You go ask them about me, they'll say they don't know me. That's the way it is. Right now, somewhere in this world, there's a mission going on. And because that mission will be successful, you can wake your little ass up tomorrow, go to Starbucks, get your latte, and enjoy your day. There are many, many things that happen in this world on a daily basis, and you never know about it. There are many terrorist attacks. There are many terrorist threats. There are many threats against the president's life, against the lives of senators, congressmen, that are squashed before they even emerge, and you never know about it. The world is not what you think it is. The world is not what you would like it to be. The world is a very, very complicated place. There are people in this world who think ahead and they plan ahead and they have the ability to influence governments in a very big way. All your think tanks, you hear about them, the endowments. What is it? The American Heritage Foundation, the Council on Foreign Relations. All of these organizations, they feed into the government, providing direction for the government. They're thinking way, way, way ahead. And they have plans for the way they want things to be way down the road. You have no fucking idea how things happen in this world. That's why they give you distractions. They give you your movies. They give you your television. They give you your clubs. They give you your bars. They give you your coffee shops so you could hang out. They give you your texting. They give you your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter to keep you distracted, to keep you occupied so you never ask any questions. That's the way it should be. Because if you started to ask questions, the answers you got might scare the fucking shit out of you. You might just want to stay asleep. Because being awake can be something else. Why? Why demonize a religion? Terrorism has always existed. Always. Terrorism is inflicting harm on civilian populations for some greater objective. I may want to destroy your economy. So I decide if I can get people to not go out and shop, then I've destroyed your economy. So what do? I go blow up a mall, kill 50,000 people. People will be scared as shit to go out and shop. I go blow up another mall, kill 10,000 people. Then I go blow up a movie theater, kill 5,000 people. At that point, the people in that nation will be scared as shit to step out their fucking house. And I have fucked up the economy. From your perspective, I'm just a fucked up individual that's killing people. But I got a bigger plan. When Dedan Kimathi of the Mau Mau was fighting the white settlers in Kenya, he was a terrorist, wasn't he? Nah, he was a freedom fighter, fighting for the freedom and liberation of his people. Hezbollah is a political party.